Hi, my name is Matthew Mayfield Johnson Jr. I'm currently fighting a hate crime down in Salem, Oregon, Marion County. This happened to me May 16, 2014. I was forced into taking a no contest plea offer, which was a stipulated downward departure. I had no idea about what a stipulated downward departure was until I got to actually, investigating it, searching for answers. I'm an indigent black man, so I can't pay $17,000 or $10,000 to get actual truth from a lawyer, a private lawyer. So I've been doing research and finding all kind of links. And what do you know? Douglas Hanson has corrupted my case beyond reasonable doubt, and he had help from all six of my public defenders. Gail Ryder being the main one, because I can assure you neither one of them filed for a motion to downward departure me out of a presumptive sentence. I like to explain this part to you because it's extremely important. I had no clue what a stipulated downward departure meant, so I'm going to let you hear this small clipping of this video, and then after that I will further explain to you what actually happened to me.
We're back with Charlie O'Hara this morning with some legal questions, or he's going to answer your legal questions. We do have our first caller on the line. You ready, Charlie?
I am.
Okay. Go ahead, caller. What's your question?
Good morning, Charlie.
Good morning.
I have a question about a motion. How long do you have to file a motion for downward departure after sentencing?
Okay, well, that's probably, most people probably don't know what a downward departure is. What happens is in federal court and in state court, not in city court, but in federal court and state court, we have a grid that determines what sentence someone is supposed to get. So what they do is they take the amount of time someone's been in trouble before and put that on a chart with the severity of the crime, and where those two things meet on that grid is a sentencing range. If you want to go outside that sentencing range, below it, then you need to file a downward departure. And what that means is you're asking the judge not to follow the sentencing guidelines, but give you a sentence different than what is recommended by the legislature. That happens quite frequently. In a sentencing, which is when after you would enter a plea or be found guilty, there's usually a 4 to 6 week delay, and then you're sentenced to whatever sentence you're going to get. Even if it's prison, you'd be sentenced then, and you can file a motion prior to the sentence to ask the judge to give you a lower sentence. That's what a downward departure would be. You can't file one after a sentence. So the question was, can you file one after the sentencing? The answer to that would be no. It has to be filed before sentencing.
Again, as you heard from a free attorney is what I call it, because I do a lot of research. I never ever asked Judge Tripp for a downward departure. I don't know how this downward departure came about. If I supposed to have what's called a mandatory sentence. I like to add that compelling prostitution is considered a measure 11, and nowhere have I ever been fighting a case where the measure 11 been dropped for some petty charges like they gave me. Again, I like to stay on the downward departure because I like to remind the public that I was sentenced on the day, and there was no 4-week delay. There was none of that, what you just heard this attorney express in this video, is that there was supposed to be a window of time to give me. But no, they found me guilty on a no contest plea offer, and they hurried up and pushed me out of their courtroom, transferring it to where I stay at, which is Multnomah County. So I'm kind of really got questions for Judge Tripp, is who came to you and asked for this downward departure, because I could assure you I never came to you at all and asked you for any downward departure, and you sentenced me on July 9th and kicked me out of your courtroom and didn't give me time like this man expressed. It's like, you know, these people hated me so bad and so much that they were doing any and everything to get me out of their courtroom. They chose not to give me a proper trial, and they trialed me in a pre-trial, which I think is secretly convicting people and not actually letting the trial take its course. You know, they put me through motion hearings and